Let's continue with the protein hype. India, you got it right with your yoga. While we're doing lesser and lesser yoga, we have the West taking over yoga in a huge way and for all the right reasons. If we continue to believe Instagram and stuff like that, we're going to mess up our lives more and more. There is nothing wrong with yoga. When you look at a lot of yoga teachers who post their meals on Instagram, I like looking at their plates. They have one or two rotis, they have a little bit of rice sometimes. Small portions, small portions. They have protein on their plate, not massive amounts of protein, a little protein. They're consistent with it. You look at these teachers, they're lean, they're beautiful, amazing skin, amazing hair, lean muscle, no fancy big muscle. They're flexible, they're happy, they do breath work, they have all that balance and harmony working in place for them, which is exactly what longevity is. It's not about battering your body and stuff like that. You can do that. I'm not against that. You want to build muscle, you want to train hard, etc. Do that. But you got to be responsible to make sure that your macros are then right. You're training more, you're putting on muscle, you need more protein. More than that, you need more rest and recovery. That is the biggest issue we have. You come across people who train heavy in the gym, run marathons, their sleep is 3 to 4 hours. Doesn't matter what macros they do, doesn't matter how hard they train. Their recovery is on the lower part. They are already aging way past their age. That's how it is. So the point is, do yoga. Yoga is for longevity. Yoga is for your day-to-day movement. It is for everything. Can you build bodybuilder muscle on yoga? Come on, use some common sense. That's practically impossible. It's not even a topic of discussion. It's common sense that you cannot. But what if you moved yoga with your training? You do calisthenics, you do your body weight exercises, or you do your gym workouts. But yoga becomes part of your life, your balance. Yoga teaches you to balance. Balance is one of the most powerful longevity workouts for your brain, prevention of dementia, Alzheimer's, etc., cognitive function. So imagine if we had a holistic program. You want to train heavy in the gym, you want to build muscle, do it. But can you get yoga in between? Can you have 1 or 2 days of yoga? Or could you have maybe 4 or 5 asanas every day? Part of your workout, before, after, it's up to you. The point is, it's not one versus the other. You cannot compare weight training with yoga. It's not one against the other. But again, the protein hype is huge. It's huge. So do you mean to tell me that all these yoga teachers who are slim, whether it's the guys who are also very lean, and they're eating these small portions, okay, adequate protein, not excess protein, not high protein, but they're lean, they maintain the right body fat percentage, they're happy, they're flexible, they're doing everything. Does this mean we change their diets with the protein hype? Does this mean we tell them that they're protein deficient because they're not hitting Instagram's macro requirement of protein? Stop getting fooled with the protein hype. It exists to sell you more protein. You can have the leanest body, the happiest life, strong immune system, etc. with simplicity. Yes, you shouldn't be protein deficient. You shouldn't be carb heavy. Based on your body type and your goals, you be consistent with your macros, be consistent with your training. Make sure you're getting what your body needs, not what Instagram tells you you need. You need strength, you need stamina, you need endurance, you need flexibility, you need mobility, you need VO2 max. Now you figure out your week to make sure you have all of these things come in. But the protein hype is a hype. No one is getting better with more protein unless they're deficient. So if you're deficient and you start to increase your protein and you feel, wow, I feel amazing, that's because you've reached a level of how much protein you should be having, but you were not having. If you're having adequate protein and now you start to, get trapped into the hype and you're pushing more and more and more protein into your body, you're going to find you don't have gains, you're bloated, you're angry, you're fatigued all the time, you have indigestion, and you're just getting more and more frustrated. And then someone tells you that, hey, but that's not the right brand for you. Take this brand, it'll work better. But hey, the problem was never that you were protein deficient. So if you're protein deficient, it's common sense, okay? Make sure you meet your macros for the kind of lifestyle and workouts that you have. But again, let's go back and look at most of these yoga teachers who are maintaining their simple diets with great bodies and flexibility. There's something to reflect and learn on. And the second thing that impresses me across our country, I love to stop my car and I'm back home in my village, stop cycling when I see someone working in the field, whether it's a man or a woman, beautiful, slim figures, no extra fat. The guys are ripped, the women are slim. And I love speaking to them. What are they eating? Carb-heavy diets. Just probably the bare minimum of protein. No almonds, no pumpkin seeds, no seeds. It's dal, rice, legumes, bajra rotis, etc., etc. 3 carb-heavy meals, but they're active consistently every day. Science can't explain that, and it doesn't choose to try to understand that because why? There's no money to be made. Do not fall prey to the protein trap and the protein hype. If you're deficient, it's going to create immense problems for you. Correct that deficiency without going high protein. It's got to be adequate protein for your lifestyle.
Stay tuned for more. We're going to continue our journey, learning, sharing, and evolving.